Coming in at number 10, Reeflay. Russian YouTuber Reeflay, or Stas Reeflay, was arrested for live streaming a horrifying video in December of 2020, in which his nearly unclothed pregnant girlfriend passed away after his viewers paid to see her abused. Stas Reeflay, 30, forced his girlfriend Valentina, 28, who was wearing only underwear, into the sub-zero cold after a viewer paid him $1,000 to carry out the sickening act. The woman passed away of suspected hypothermia. According to the report, Reeflay continued recording even after he realized that his girlfriend was almost unalive on the balcony at his home. He has also been abusing her on streams for his fans to watch for months.
Coming at number 9, we have Big Money T. Big Money T, otherwise known as Trent Pasquale, was a 48-year-old man who shot and murdered his wife Savannah only in October 2020. Before the killing, he made a final post on YouTube in which had him apologizing constantly to his 2 children that were at school at the time. The video is still out there, but I don't really recommend watching it, but I just know you will. The video he took was only moments before the actual murder, which makes it even more eerie. His motives came about when he supposedly caught his wife cheating multiple times, with him telling the camera that he had audio proof of his wife with other men. He also claims to never abuse her, but instead shares his insecurities of his hair and his glasses. Insecurities spark jealousy and possessive behavior, which is a reason why this happened.
Now at number 8, Hannah Sabara. Hannah Sabara only posted a total of 6 YouTube videos to her channel because the last video she uploaded got her sent to jail. The last video she uploaded was titled Chick Bank Robber, and it was her writing down on paper what she had done and showing it to the camera. She said she stole things from a car and robbed a bank, and then went on to show all the money, which was just over $6,000. She also explained in the video how she got away with it. The police were notified of the video, and then she was taken into custody.
Coming at number 7, we have Etika. This one is a sad one and another one of those important reminders to check up on your loved ones. Desmond Etika Amofa was an American YouTuber, online streamer, rapper, and a model, but he was best known for his high energy videos that will leave viewers wanting more because of his addictive personality. Unfortunately, on June 19, 2019, he posted a final video basically apologizing for all of those he quote-unquote deceived. It was an 8-minute video on his secondary YouTube channel, Try Iceman, titled I'm Sorry. He spoke about his sadness and an overall negative depiction of himself. What was once an enthusiast content creator became a man who had too many demons to face. It was really unfortunate, as you can hear the sadness in his own voice.
Now coming in at number 6, Pioneers Productions. In 2017, Pioneer Productions, or Randy Stair, who was 24, uploaded a video to YouTube before going into his work with a gun. Randy worked at a supermarket and was a YouTuber who was constantly posting videos, none of which got really big. In the last video he uploaded, it was an animated video of EGS, and it showed one of the female characters talking about how she wanted to hurt people with a gun. Randy then went to his workplace and spent the first 90 minutes of his shift blocking entrances and exits so that no one could escape. Police said that once the preparation was done, Randy took out 2 pistol grip gunshots from a duffel bag and started shooting. He fired more than 50 shots throughout the store, which took 3 of his coworkers' lives. He then turned the gun on himself and was later found not alive.
Right in the hump of our list, we have Plasma Master Don. Plasma Master Don, also known as Donzel Edward Owens Jr., was an elderly American YouTuber known for his wholesome covers of popular songs such as Conan Gray's Heather and Joji Slow Dancing in the Dark. This eventually led to him having over 500,000 subscribers at his peak. Things were looking good for Don, since he just seemed to be having a good time just innocently listening to music and singing it. We all just love when old people sing, do we? But it all came crashing down when a video published by Nick Crowley on November 11, 2020 exposed that Don had been arrested and convicted of sensual imposition of an underage boy. After this, obviously, everyone turned on Don and his channel went from only love to only hate. In his final YouTube videos, there is one wishing a kid a happy birthday who is only 11 years old.
Now at number 4, Mr. Anime. Mr. Anime, or Trey Eric Seltzer, was a YouTuber who started in 2006 by uploading anime review videos. One day he uploaded a video ranting about all the shootings that had happened and how he thinks the shootings need to stop. Then in February of 2012, he uploaded a video saying he was going to reward himself for the hard work he's done on YouTube with a 2-week break. On March 13th, he then uploaded a video saying he had a new job he loved and that it might prevent him from uploading videos. Then on the morning of March 20th, he brought his mother out into the garage where he then shot her. He then went inside to shoot his brother and his dad. He then gathered ammunition and more guns and walked down the street to a school. He said his original plan was to take the lives of at least 70 students at the pep rally in order to become one of the biggest mass murderers in history. However, he backed down and headed back home, where he was then arrested and sentenced to life in prison.
All the way at our number 3 spot, we have Najma Siddiqui. Najma Siddiqui, I'm sorry for the mispronunciation, but she was a 20-year-old journalist who happened to live in Afghanistan the time when the Taliban took over just in 2021. Days after the Taliban took over Afghanistan, the 20-year-old girl admitted in the footage that she was too scared to even walk on the streets. Then the Kabul airport happened, and this is where she unfortunately lost her life along with many Afghan people and 13 US service members. She was there attempting to leave the country, so I just want to say rest in peace to all those affected by this international tragedy.
Now at number 2, Pekka Erik Avonen. Erik is the one responsible for the Jokela high school massacre in Finland. At the time, it was believed that Erik was a target of frequent long-term bullying. Students reported sudden changes in his behavior, stating that he acted threateningly or sworn to them that their lives would be taken in a white revolution. He also went into the woods and recorded himself shooting apples as a form of target practice, before posting the images and videos on the internet 2 days prior to the incident. Around 9:30 a.m. on November 7th, Erik posted a YouTube video which showed the school across a pond before jumping to a reddish image of him pointing his gun at the camera. He then headed to the school and got there around 11:30 a.m. and entered the school through the basement. He then proceeded to travel through the school using a gun he brought with him on anyone he saw. He took the lives of 8 people and injured 13.
Stealing our number 1 spot, we have Elliot Rodger. Elliot was born in London, England, and moved to LA to be raised. His father was a British filmmaker named Peter Rogers, who is best known working as a second unit assessment director for the Hunger Games. His life was actually good until his parents divorced. And then in May 23, 2014 in Isla Vista, California, Elliot murdered 6 people and injured 14 others on the campus of the University of California. He went on a huge killing rampage before he even arrived at the school, like stabbing in his apartment and open firing on a sorority in the streets. Just before he went on his spree, he uploaded a final video to YouTube named Elliot Rodger's Retribution, which outlined the details of his upcoming attack. He said he wanted to punish women for rejecting him and punish sexually active men for having a better life than himself. At our number 10 spot, we have Zach Latham. This young TikToker was formerly dubbed as the kid who killed for clout. Whether it be for clout or for pure violence, what he did was truly tragic. The story was that Zach was having many issues with his neighbors due to driving recklessly around the neighborhood. A viral video went out of one of his neighbors arguing with him inside of his car. In the video, he appears to call her Karen many times, and we all know what a Karen is, so I don't have to explain it here.
What are you gonna do, Karen?
That's not my name, so get my name straight. Go ahead.
You okay, Karen? Go ahead, get my tag.
Go.
Get my tag, Karen.
My name is not Karen, so get my name straight.
Get my tag, it's okay. All because my car is loud. 3 cop cars.
Right after the argument, Zach allegedly drove the car into her son's bike, which almost ran him over. The son's dad, William Durham Sr., would confront Zach at his own home and enraged of what he did to his son. Zach's wife was there recording the whole thing on TikTok. And yes, he had a wife at 18 years old. After a heated argument, the two would get into a physical altercation where Zach would stab William in the armpit, puncture his lung, causing him to pass away. The reason why many people believe he did it for clout was because his wife was recording it, but I think this was a little bit of a case of a kid just going a little bit in the head, and guess what? He's in jail now.
Now at number 9, Chao Kiyome. Chao was a TikToker who would post normal videos about what she was doing that day or dancing videos, and she was also a crane operator. One day she was live streaming on TikTok while inside the crane and accidentally misstepped, and her phone ended up falling 160 feet out of the air, where she then passed away due to the fall.
At number 8 spot, we have Cassie Compton.
God, somebody pray for her. Okay. Somebody pray for her. Please. Oh my God. This is dozen. Holy.
In January 2021, a TikTok video went viral showing a woman in the backseat of a car full of guys which appeared to have two black eyes looking directly at the camera almost as if she was asking for help. They had thought this was a girl who was named Cassie Compton who had gone missing, but these two were in fact different people. The woman in the video is actually named Haley Grace Phillips, and she was missing, but her reason was that she was recently robbed by a group of women, and the people in her car were her friends helping her find them. Now she has since disabled her account, which only adds to the mystery of what truly happened to this girl.
Now at number 7, JinKid. JinKid was a very big TikToker who almost had 1 million followers, and he posted comedic impressions. But in October of 2021, he was arrested after police found his wife and her friend's body in his apartment. He shot his wife once and her friend 3 times. Her and her friend were actually in a relationship, and it was confirmed she had an affair. However, her and JinKid broke up weeks prior to the incident, but he was still mad and he said that's why he did what he did. This was the last video he ever posted just hours before the crime.
Alright, so what do you call yourself, tough guy, huh? Como se llama?
Antonio Montana. And you? What you call yourself?
Listen, buddy, I'm the only one that asks questions around here, pal. Got it?
JinKid is currently being held in prison without bail.
Y'all.
Yalla.
Y'all know. Wait, let's try the Scarface one.
Okay.
At a number 6 spot, we have Rando Nautica. So TikTok has been going crazy over this app called Rando Nautica. The theory is that it's based on quantum energy. So to play, you're supposed to download it and manifest something specific, something like about money or the love of your life, something like that. Then you wait for the app to send you coordinates of a location. A group of teenagers in Seattle did this and ended up finding a suitcase containing human remains near a shoreline. It shows the group stumbling upon a small black suitcase. They initially think it's filled with money since they manifested it. Curious as to what's inside, one girl opens the top and lifts it from a distance using a wooden stick, revealing a black plastic bag filled with something.
Guys, we found a suitcase at the
Gabby, go. I'll hold your stuff.
Bro. Wait, open it.
We were like, we're not gonna find nothing.
Open it.
It's sweet.
It stinks, y'all.
It washed up. It's
Oh. Oh. Okay, so she's calling the police so we can see if it's actually a dead body or it's just food.
As soon as she opened it, the smell was overwhelming. They then called the police, and the next clip showed police and fire trucks surrounding the beach. Seattle police later confirmed the contents inside of the suitcase were in fact human remains, and said investigators had found several other bags in the area also with body parts. Right in the hump bar list, we have Bethany Martin. This case went viral, so you might know about this one if you're on TikTok a lot. The story goes that on July 28th in San Antonio, Texas, Bethany Martin and her minor friends saw someone who had taken their own life hanging from a drainage ditch. A pretty horrific sight, and any regular person would report it immediately, right? Instead of calling the police, one of the teams actually filmed the body and even stole the necklace that was attached to it. I know, it's even so crazy to imagine this type of thing. They then posted it on Snapchat, in which for obvious reasons can't be shown in this video, but they also took it to TikTok to post about the incident. Just seems like natural selection. Like, why would anyone record a crime when it will be used for evidence in the future? I don't get it.
Now at number 4, Kalisha Williams. Kalisha was a young teen who would often post TikToks dancing to songs. In 2020, 16-year-old Kalisha had been invited to an Airbnb by her friends for a party. Her parents had talked to the mother of the party and confirmed she was there to supervise everything, so Kalisha's parents thought it was okay. That night around 12 a.m. she started to make a TikTok dancing to a song. That TikTok was in fact her last. She had started recording, and then halfway she stopped recording when someone entered her room. "30 minutes later, she was being carried out of her room by her friends after her friends heard shots coming from her room. She was then taken to a hospital where the doctors tried to revive her, but they were unsuccessful, and she passed away due to a GSW. Now coming in at number 3, Claire Miller. Claire Miller was a 14-year-old small TikToker who would post seemingly normal videos. This was the last video she ever posted. After posting it, she took her sister's life. Her sister had a condition called cerebral palsy, and she would often go with her to her doctor's appointments and stuck by her during difficult times. But one night in February 2021, things took a turn for the worse. The whole family went to sleep like normal, and then around 1 a.m., Claire took a knife into her sister Helen's room and proceeded to take her life. Claire then covered her sister's face with a pillow and called the police, sounding frantic, confessing what she did. On February 22nd, 2021, Claire was then arrested and charged with homicide.
All the way at our number 2 spot, we have the 144 video. This video wasn't uploaded by the maker, but you'll see why. Instead, this video circulated all over TikTok. This 2019 video showed a Russian teenager named Gleb Koroblov. Gleb was sitting on the couch when he then said a quote and then took his own life using a semi-automatic rifle. An explanation for the video surfaced on 4chan saying, quote, according to a friend, the young man decided to take his own life after a quarrel with his girlfriend on the basis of jealousy. Before he passed away, he said a quote directed to his girlfriend in which translated to, quote, Nikita, if you tell my parents about this too quickly, I'll get you from beyond the grave. I know you have their phone number.
Now coming in at number 1, Cooper Norwegian. Cooper Norwegian was a 19-year-old social media star with over 1.8 million followers on TikTok. He joined the app in 2019 and built his following with comedy, skateboarding, and lip-syncing videos. Cooper's last TikTok was this video, which has since been deleted. This video he posted was talking about how he felt how he wouldn't live very long and that he would pass away young. 20 hours after posting that video, Cooper did unfortunately pass. Cooper was known for struggling with his mental health, and a bit before he passed, he even posted a video talking about mental health. He'd also once said, quote, I've been struggling with addiction since I was 9 years old. You might think that's crazy, but that's the life I've been dealt. Law enforcement officers found Cooper unconscious after people who passed by made a 911 call. A medical examiner had said, quote, that after an autopsy, a cause of death has not been determined. Starting off at our number 10 spot, Cult. This video was recorded when someone was on their way home, driving down an old dark road at night. Everything was seemingly normal, passing by cars every so often, when they were approaching a bend and all of a sudden they came across what looked like a man holding an umbrella and a briefcase. The person then starts running forward and it's revealed that there are several others looking exactly the same. The person in the car then sees up on a hill someone who looks like the rest of the people lighting a flare. It's believed that this is a cult that was performing some kind of ritual.
At 9, attempted robbery. As this man is driving on the freeway at night, he eventually approaches a suspicious roadblock with only 2 traffic codes and a single car parked to the side. Apart from looking straight out of a horror movie, the moment I would have seen someone in the dark like that, I would have just floored my car until I got away. As seen in the captions, the man stops to ask the guy walking on the street what's up. But as he fully stops, he notices the man walking is reaching for something in his pocket, which could have been a gun he was using to rob other people on that road as well.
Now coming in at number 8, Wildfire. Back in 2020, a journalist named Tyler Day captured this frightening footage on his dash cam well inside of the Hennessy wildfire. It can even be heard in the video the trees cracking, getting ready to break just above him. Thankfully, he was able to get out unharmed, and despite all that, he really managed to keep his cool. I know if that was me driving, I would be completely freaking out. His dashcam footage managed to capture what it was like during this horrifying fire in California that destroyed over 318,000 acres of land.
At number 7, we have the random man. Imagine if you're riding on a dark road when all of a sudden this guy pops up in front of your car, looking unfazed from the fact that he's this close from being run over, regardless if this was a real person or an apparition. This video is incredibly eerie. On one side, we have a regular man who doesn't have a care in the world. It almost seems as if he doesn't care about his own life by standing in the front of the cars like that. As well, many people have claimed the man in the video is actually a ghost, and that is someone who's passed away, but who really knows what the truth is.
Here at our number 6 spot, lightning. You know how they say lightning never strikes the same place twice? Well, this video captured by a family seems to prove otherwise. In a small state in America, a family was just driving along a road while it was raining, and all of a sudden a car in front of them got struck by lightning. But not just once, twice, in the same exact spot. You can see the flames in the video quickly burst up from the heat of the lightning. I personally would count these people lucky that they weren't the ones that got hit, or maybe they aren't lucky considering they witnessed lightning striking twice right in front of them.
Right in the hump of our list, we have a Northern California fire. Another one of California's fires because this place looks straight out of hell. As of August 18, 2021, the state of California was facing unprecedented fire conditions as multiple fires including the Dixie Fire, McLaughhlin Fire, the Caldor Fire, and others raged heavily on.
Number 4, ghost car. This footage was captured during a police car chase around the year of 2000 by Garden City Police. A few police cars were chasing a car when all of a sudden the car makes a turn to escape the cops, and when the cops turn, it can be seen on the dashcam of the police that the vehicle seemingly went through a fence. The car had already tried to lose the police by doing some scary turns and maneuvers, however they were unsuccessful, and the police were still right behind the car. Just when the police thought they had the car trapped by going into a dead end, the car then drove off, leaving a perfectly intact fence between the car and the cops. The police department still to this day can't explain what happened, and has been known as the Garden City Ghost Car.
The fence at the end means no way out, or does it? Even watching it again, cops are unable to make sense of it. All they see is an intact fence and nothing more than the vanishing taillights of what the Garden City PD has come to call the ghost car.
At number 3, we have ghosts sitting in the middle of the road.
My mistakes are one. Huh? My mistakes are one. I think I see lights. Oh no, that's just street lights.
Okay, that's a bit scary.
Yeah.
That's a bit scary.
That is very scary.
That's
Alright, my traction control just came on.
Yeah, that's no good.
As these group of guys are driving down a winding road, they eventually get to a point when the road straightens out, and this is when they encounter this creepy looking girl in the middle of the road. She appears to be in all white and black hair, looking straight out of a cliche horror movie monster film, but regardless, seeing this in the middle of the night is bound to make all of us have some goosebumps.
Coming in at our number 2 spot, clown. So who doesn't remember the clown epidemic of 2016, am I right? Well, I thought because the clown videos were everywhere back in 2016 that I should bring it back to show you one of the scariest dashcam videos of a clown. This video was taken on a dashcam of a police officer in Wisconsin. Someone had reported back in November 2016 that they had seen some creepy clowns outside, so police went to go check it out. When they had arrived, they saw 2 people in clown costumes standing on the sidewalk. And they only moved when the police officers told them to. It was discovered that it was just 2 men playing a prank, but the footage is still insanely creepy. And not to mention, it was reported that the police discovered one of the men had left his 4-year-old child at home to participate in this prank.
Caught in the headlights, both the creeps stand stock still and only move when the police officers tell them to.
Why don't you guys come up to this barrier right here? Go ahead and put your butts against it.
Completely unfazed by their ridiculous appearance, the officers slowly moved them off to the side. But
all the way at number 1 spot, we have the tree tsunami. This group of people were driving down a road within a very dense forest. At first you can hear a slight crack from one of the trees and then the tree falls, but slowly the other trees around it start domino affecting and then they all fall around it as well. This is when the car reversed quickly, and as the trees were catching up to the car, a tree ended up falling right on top of it, leaving them completely trapped in it.
And that was the top 10 scariest dashcam videos from the US. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you thought about this video in the comments below, and we will see you next time.